Peace, peace. This is Ayatollah, the soul controller on the beats, and you're watching the B shine. Wow, man. I remember my mom and dad playing a lot of records in the crib, like all the old soul records and stuff like that. And as a kid, just hearing all that funky music in the crib in the '70s. I grew up in the early '70s, so hearing all that Gladys Knight and the Pips, the Barry Whites and the Teddy Pendergrass, Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes, real soulful upbringing that I had. So breakdancing, the graffiti culture, I was there. I grew up in Queens, New York. So, I was there, like block parties. They would have block parties, cut the block off and have big speakers. The DJ would come out and just rock from like early morning to like late at night and stuff like that. And at that time, the police really wouldn't bother you too tough. They just let you rock. And, graffiti, on the subways and, seeing that and stuff, that inspired me a lot. And breakdancing, popping the fashion, from the '70s and the '80s, everything inspired me. My surroundings, my family, my friends. I remember going to a lot of park jams because I lived in South Ozone Park, Queens, Rockaway Boulevard, and I would go to Baisley Park. There was a park like about 6 blocks from where I lived. I was on 145th and Rockaway Boulevard, and Baisley was on like 150th. So I walked down there. My older brother would take me with him. I was like 12, 13, so, so he'd take me with him to the park jams, late night. The DJ would set up his equipment in the light post. Like just hook it up into the light post by the pool. There was a pool in Baisley Park, and I would just watch the jam, man. Grandmaster Vic, DJ Grandmaster Vic. Amazing cat, amazing DJ. I was just blown away by watching him. And a couple other DJs, DJ DeWitt, I believe it was DJ DeWitt, Grandmaster Vic, the amazing JT. I was there. I was there as a kid and enjoying that music, man. It was nice. When I first watched Wild Style, when I first watched the movie Beat Street, when I first saw the documentary Style Wars, those 3 movies really had quite an impact on me. Like I said, seeing, the MCs and the DJs and just, the whole package, the fashion, the Pumas and the thick shoelaces and the Gazelles, Kangos, it was just, I just was caught on to it, man, and just loved it. I gravitated to it. I gravitated to it hard too. I first started with graffiti. A lot of people don't know that. Junior high school, went on into high school, doing the graffiti thing. And then I got into the DJing around high school, doing that, making mixtapes, doing parties and stuff like that. And then from there, I went on into the production later on after the DJing. My first piece of equipment, like major equipment, I remember I was working with Tragedy, Intelligent Hoodlum, Tragedy Gaddafi, right? I was his DJ. We were doing shows together, we rocked a lot of shows. The Tunnel, when the Tunnel was the place, Funk Master Flex there. We did shows with Wu-Tang. We did some pretty major shows. Big Pun, Fat Joe, we Mobb Deep. We did some shows together. But he approached me one day and was like, "Yo, you ever thought about making beats? You ever thought about producing music?" And I was like, not really. He was like, "Yo, I'm gonna get you some equipment. I'm gonna see what you can do with it." So he went to Marley's crib, Marley Marl. He went to Marley's crib, and he got this is true story too. He got a SB12 from Marley Marl, SB12, and it's the same machine that he used to make the bridge. The same beat machine that he gave me was Marley used to make the bridge. So I had that for about a month. It was cool. A little technical to work, So I hit him up and was like, I really didn't get the machine too tough. And he was like, "Yo, I'm gonna bring something else to you. I'm bring another machine your way." So he went back to Marley's. He took the 12 back, and he bought the MPC 60, the 62. So I had that for about a year, and I just learned it in and out, inside and out, and just rocked it. And the rest is history. My first piece of equipment, my first two pieces of equipment are from Marley Marl. SB12 given to me from Marley, gave it back, gave me the MPC 62 for about a year. I rocked on that, crazy, and gave it back. Got my own. My mom, she was like, it's something. It looks like it's something that he really enjoys doing. It's keeping him out of trouble. Mainly, it's keeping him out of trouble, especially where I grew up at. It was a Queens could be, in certain areas of Queens, wasn't too safe at certain times. So it was, she was like, yo, he's staying out of trouble. He's enjoying himself, and I know where he is, most importantly. So let him do it. I'm just a creative person, period. Aside from music, I just like being creative. I just like that there's no holds barred. You can kind of just do whatever you like, and when you create music, So I just like the freedom. When I first submitted some of my music to a label named Raucous Records, when I first had my beat tapes and beat CDs that I was making at home that nobody had heard, I would go up to the labels, and that one in particular, I would go to Raucous and play my beats for them. And at first, they didn't. I don't know if they got it at first when I was playing the music, but after a while, they were like, "Wait a minute, this is something. This is interesting. So let's take a close listen to this." And after a while, they got it. They got it and was like, "Yo, we want you to make records for us, make records for our label." And so that was a big turning point for me in my musical career. I just kept making music, kept creating music, reaching out to different artists throughout the industry. And, a lot of artists were got in contact with me, and I just stayed busy, stayed creative, and, everything kind of fell into place, I did a song with Ghostface called The Odd Couple. I like that one a lot. I did some stuff with Sean Price. Rest in peace. I did a lot of records with Sean Price that, a lot of people might not have heard, but, real nice music. Yeah, recording with Ghost was really cool. Recording with him was real simple. I kind of just played a beat. He came in, just kind of got to it. Start writing, got right to it. And Sean Price. He and I had a cool relationship. We joke around a lot in the studio, and play a lot of beats for him and stuff. And he'd be like, "Yo, Tola, yo, the beats is crazy. Yo, I need that one right there. I want that one. Don't let nobody hear that one. And yeah, we record a lot of records. A lot of records. Rest in peace to my man Sean P. That's my man. Yep. I'm gonna leave. That's the best thing I can leave is just what I've created. And I hope that inspires people. That's the best thing I feel I can leave is my music.